so soon, but here we are. Lord Jesus, I can't even enjoy my vacation. I did a video about a toxic ex. If you haven't watched it, watch it for context, but you've been warned, it may trigger you, it may upset you. After I dealt with that idiot, right, cut him off completely, goodbye, forever, see you. It's been a while, but I was on Bumble. I matched with this guy. I went on a date with a lovely gentleman who was a masseuse, very tall, slim figured. The first thought I thought was, why is he wearing this ridiculous headband? Like, is he balding? Because he just didn't want to show his hairline. He was smart. And then I remember he was wearing like a polo shirt with a teddy bear on, you know, them teddy bear polo shirts. And I thought, is this the style these days? That's super cute, but at the same time, I'm looking. Why is that making me laugh? Like, I would like a husband, so it's not the be all end all. People can change their fashion, or like it's just one jumper, but I remember looking at it thinking, okay, that's a bit childish. He's really popped up to this first date in a teddy bear jumper. But I came to discover it's not just the jumper. It was his character. His character likes cute little things like Sanrio characters, and he collected little items and little dolls of things. He really liked cute things, and he loved the polo bear. Like polo bear anything, he's into it. I've never met a man who's into cute stuff before, but even in his nature, he was very cute. I've never met anyone like that. So everything, like the way that he'd react, very like an air of innocence. A grown man in his 30s. I never felt such an innocent and pure heart before. It's so bizarre, guys. So I really liked being around him because I felt like he was a breath of fresh air and just a good spirit to be around. I remember having this conversation with him to say that I would like to take care of the household and the family. It's very traditional, but I do feel like my mindset is geared more towards that than being the businesswoman hustler. He was like, yeah. I was like, what do you want? He's like,
I don't know.
Okay. And
I think it's fine if they want to work, but I think it's better if we both work.
Okay, that's fair too, because shit is happening in the world. People can't afford to live. I totally get it. It's very expensive, so I'm not gonna fault a man for that. It's just not what I want, but to be working my ass off, cooking you food, raising the kids, and you're just working. Absolutely not. We have to share everything if that's the way it's gonna be. So that was like flagging in my mind. I was like, okay, cool. But I do like being around this person, so I am gonna continue dating them just to see, like, get a feel for how we vibe. And the date went really well, really smoothly. As we ate, we laughed, we talked, we joked, we got along pretty well. Our language compatibility wasn't quite there, so there were a few, you know, miscommunications, which for a long-term partner I would consider maybe a problem. But in general, I did enjoy being around this person. I had a lot of fun, and I felt that he was very thoughtful, and the vibing was great, to be honest. We went on little ventures. He wanted to make an effort for me, which is always something that's very attractive to me. Thinking about me and doing little small things is an act of service, and that's something I enjoy. It lets me know that person's thinking about me and that they care to put enough effort and thought into things.
Remember when my washing machine broke? Well, he's the one that fixed it. He went online, he figured it out. That act of service. Tell me that's not sexy, ladies. Tell me. My panties were wet.
He did become my boyfriend. He asked me out. So remember I told you about the third date rule? It is true in some cases. And on the third date, he did. Actually, I knew he wanted to ask me out, but he couldn't find the right time. I saw he was very nervous and there was like awkward energy and it went silent, but he never said anything until we got into an elevator. And he turned to me and he held me like this and he said,
Corny.
Cornered, because nobody was in the elevator and I'm there in the corner like, what? And he's like,
I want you. And I'm like,
oh shit, okay. I want you? Okay.
will you be my girlfriend?
Okay. I felt really bashful, like, I want you, all right, yeah. That's a new one, I'll take it. But he was very sweet. Yeah, from then on, we went on lots of dates together, a lot more dates, and hung out and spent time, and he'd come around here. I remember dropping off some pudding and stuff. He likes pom-pom prune, and I remember going to his workplace to drop off some desserts and stuff because I love sweets. So it's like I brought him some pom-pom prune sweets to his workplace. I did come to realize he was very sensitive though. I remember one time I was running a bit late to meet him at the train station. To be honest, I forgot that I was going to meet him at a certain area, not too far from where I live.
I'm on my way to here. Are you ready?
Crap, I forgot, which never really happens. I'm usually very punctual, on time, or like I'll alert people or let them know if I'm going to be late. There's usually a good reason, and I will let people know. For some reason, it just skipped my mind. I think I was just busy and stressed. I apologized and I said, well, I'm still getting ready and I can't make it all the way there in time, so can you come to me and then we'll go to this place and like together. And he was pissed. I don't even live that far from the station. He was holding a grudge. He was standing his ground waiting. I don't know why he was waiting at the station when I told him to come here, because I was still getting ready. And I was messaging him like, where are you? Nothing. I called him and said, are you coming? And he's like, are you upset? Oh my God, this boy is upset. Can you come to my apartment so we can at least have a conversation in private instead of doing this at the train station? Would that not make more sense if you're upset? I'd rather talk it out and deal with it opposed to like 10 minutes. He took 35. He turns up and I'm like, so sorry, I really forgot. I didn't mean to upset you. I was hoping that we could make a new plan and you come here. I'm really, really sorry. He was like pouting for a while, but then he understood what I was trying to say and I was like, oh my God, if I'm gonna have that much trouble over something like a mistake, an innocent mistake that I'm actually apologizing for, and I'm not often in the wrong. It's hard being me, but like, you know what I mean? Like, suck it up, you're a whole grown man. I'm gonna stop apologizing and just say, go back home, like leave me alone. Take the apology or go, that's it. I ain't got time to mess around. But that's just one case of him being very sensitive. In general, he was very sweet. I remember one time he turned up and he brought me a flower. Okay, I've received bouquets before, but he gave me one single flower and I thought it was so adorable, guys. When you're rich and you got money to like splash out, like, okay, get me flowers. But the thing is, flowers are beautiful, but they also die. I'd rather have a plant that I can cultivate and grow in my house. But I just feel like flowers are nice for occasions, but I don't want them often because they die very quickly. But the sentiment was very sweet and I was so touched because it was just surprising. And he'd do things like, he'd ask me if he wanted to massage my feet because he's a masseuse. He'd give me lots of massages. When he upset me one of the times, I can't remember what happened, but oh yeah, he popped off at me. So I went to Osaka with my friend. After going to Osaka, I planned to meet him and go to his apartment for the first time and just spend the night and hang out there. Some socks, I brought him more little knickknacks and gifts and stuff like that and food. When I met him, he was like really standoffish. What's wrong? Why are you in a mood?
I'm not in the mood, just leave it. I'm not in the mood.
I'm there happy and giddy because I come back from Osaka. Happy to see you, happy to give you your gifts. And you got a stink face. For what reason? I've done literally nothing. I just turned up, happy to see you, and you're killing the vibe. It needs to go. It needs to stop. What is with this energy?
There's nothing wrong.
We went to the shops, we picked up some food and stuff like that to take back to his. On the walk there, I said I brought Harai 551. I love nikuman. Nikuman is delicious, okay? It's a meat bun and it's popular in Osaka. And I just eat these meat buns like nobody's business. I will eat it for lunch, breakfast, dinner, I don't care. I love these buns, right? Not realizing that in the Japanese world, it's like a snack. It's not really a meal. I don't give a fuck if I like something. I'm gonna eat it when I want to eat it. Do you know what I mean? There's no rules that bind me to when to eat it with anything, really. You know, I guess it's just a preference. I'm so excited for us to eat it together.
That's not even lunch, that's a snack. I'm not eating that.
This ungrateful little bitch. What the fuck? So he's there throwing a hissy fit trying to explain to me how nikuman is a snack. It's not like a lunch or a dinner or anything like that. That's fine, but don't talk to me disrespectfully and snap at me when I haven't done anything to you. So this whole energy is off. And when I finally got back to his, I saw how he lived. It wasn't dirty, but it wasn't clean either. And I was just like, kind of typical guy. Bare bones, bare minimum apartment. I don't know what it is in Japan, but I feel like a lot of guys just don't care about the living space that they're in. Do not care. They would live in squalor if they could. They would live next to a tree, a few twigs in the soil and dirt. They'd be happy. I don't understand how people can live like. He didn't even have a bed cover for his bed and I was like, oh my God, this guy. I was judging, but I didn't say that at the time. I was just like, oh, okay, it's kind of spacious. I was trying to find positive things to say because it seemed like he was nervous or pissed off before we even, you know, got to his apartment. So I don't know what that was. Was that anxiety? Was that nervousness? Did someone piss him off? I don't really know what that was, but I was just trying to like not piss him off. When we get to his apartment, he seems a little bit more calmer, but I'm just pissed off because he's attacking me for no reason and I don't know why he's so emotional and it's pissing me off and I get frustrated and I start to cry and he melts. And
what's wrong? Why are you crying? Don't cry.
I came and I was really happy to see you, and I brought you these knicker, man. You don't even like it. Like, you got so angry at me. Why are you so angry today? I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. He ends up hugging me, and then he starts crying too. And I'm like, why are you crying?
I'm sorry, I'm a bit stressed with work.
Then say that, but don't put it on me. It's not my fault. Why are you emotional? You got your own problem. Don't push it on me. Like, why the hell am I taking the brunt? I was upset. These are just little examples of how emotional he is. Bear that in mind. He felt really bad because I was like, I'm going home and I don't want to stay here. Why in hell I was staying the night there? Like, I was not catered for. My first boyfriend in Japan had the same problem. Barely had a sheet on his bed, and I was like, we need to go shopping right now. And so we did. We brought new bed covers because he had nothing on his bed. How do boys live? And do you remember that one guy who had no curtains in his apartment? And he was just like, oh, I just let people see me when I'm naked. Like, it doesn't matter, whatever. I'm like really high up in the floor. Where are your curtains, sir? I don't understand. Anyway, you even deserve my presence. You killed it. Bye, I'm going home. And
No, don't go home.
I'm going home. I'm not staying here. And I'm taking my meat buns back because I love those buns. I was like, you don't even deserve the meat buns either. You can keep your damn socks and whatever. But he treated me to dinner. And then I went home after that. I was like, I'm still not staying, bitch. But anyway, emotional boy, but very sweet, caring, considerate boy. Lovely. There are other moments where he was very sweet and very full of life and just purity. And he'd like sing and like kind of skip when he's happy. He was very caring towards me. Like I said, gave me the massages and, you know, made sure I was okay and asked how my day was. We texted and messaged a lot. So even though the language ability was like not the best on both sides, we still were able to care for each other, which is really nice. And I did feel supported, and I hope he felt supported too. I mean, the boy was in love with me, so I think he did feel supported, which is great. Really sweet and really nice. But I think as time went on, like, I started to think about his work and job and the job that I have, and I don't know why I'm starting to cry. Oh my god, I did what a turn. You guys, like, I feel bad, that's why, because I just knew for the job that he had and the future that I wanted, it wasn't possible for us to be together. I had to be very realistic. I'm not saying like I'm materialistic or anything like that, but I just think when it comes to like wanting a family, I just don't want to struggle. I don't want us to struggle together, and I want someone that has more like of a direction and a plan, like a leader. And when I asked him what he wanted for the future, it was like he didn't really know where he was going. He didn't really know. And I was like, so what do we do? I was like, what do you want to do? And I was like, do you want a business, like a masseuse business? I can help you with that. Like, what do you want to do? And he's like, I don't know, I'm just happy doing this. And I'm like, but this isn't enough, like, for us to live together, for us to have a family in a future, if that's what you want. And he's like, I know. So we were like in a slump. And I feel really bad because he's a good guy. He's a really good guy, guys. Like, such a kind spirit. And it makes me sad thinking about it, because I think if he had more drive and ambition and like direction, I would have been able to follow him, you know, because he was a good person. I really would have like tried hard because he's a really good person. And why am I so sad? Oh my god, I think it's just because I've never met someone so pure. And so it's sad to let somebody like that go, because he had a light of his own. He was never really, he was emotional, yes, but he wasn't negative. It was only twice, you know, he wasn't a negative person. He always wanted to help me. He was just really kind, just really kind. Oh, my throat is sore now, oh my god. I remember having the conversation with him. This isn't going anywhere. I can't really see a future. I have to cut it short. I have to let him go. I have to let him go in the best way possible and just explain to him why. I wanted to give him that closure. I wanted to explain to him like what I wanted in life, and that I did tell him what I wanted from the beginning, but there was no real like acknowledgement or effort towards that goal that I saw from him. So I had to say goodbye, and it was sad. It was really sad. We both cried. he's like, I don't want to go. He's like, I don't want to go. I don't want to leave. I don't want to break up. I want to be with you. And I was like, but what can we do? What do we do? I'd like to get married with you and have kids and have a family and have a future, but that can't happen if we've got no money. How are we gonna live? And he's like, what are we gonna do? And he's like, I don't know. And I was like, do you want to be a masseuse? And he's like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Like, he was like defeated. He didn't want to let go, but at the same time he knew there's nothing that he could do because I can't force him to be someone that he's not, and I don't want to. You know, if he loves to be a masseuse and that's just the job that he wants and he's happy with that income, then that's fine. But the reality is, when you look to seek for a partner and start a family and marriage and stuff and get a home and things like that, these things cost money. And for us, it just doesn't seem feasible. I don't know if we'd be happy, I don't know, but we'd be struggling. And I don't want to struggle because I made the wrong choice. Or was I being sensible and realistic with my mindset? Because kids cost, man. Marriage costs, and if I'm gonna get into it with that person, I just feel like I need somebody I can rely on more financially, rely on them more than I can with him. I had a lot of great breakups in Japan, to be honest. They're more mutual kind of thing. Even though it's usually more on my side, it's still a mutual, like, smooth breakup because he's so sweet and so nice and so pure. Like, tugged at my heartstrings. So we're there in my room. We're like kissing each other and hugging each other because this is like our last moments together. And then the doorbell rings and I'm like, hold on a sec. I can't see anybody in my monitor and I just see like an arm. I was thinking, oh, is this NHK? Because NHK is like a service. Usually they come to your door and so try and like charge you for like TV license or internet license and stuff like that. So people notoriously don't answer the door for NHK because they will hound you and harass you to try and get you to pay for a service that you probably don't have. And even if you own a laptop, they will still try and get you to license that and pay for some kind of plan. And I checked first and I was like, wait, it's not. I was like, you know what, whoever it is, they're being a bit weird. And I creaked open the door. My ex-boyfriend, my toxic ex, was through the crack of the door and I'm like, what are you doing here?
I missed you. I wanted to see you.
It's been months. We're broken up. What are you doing here? I'm busy. Someone's here. You gotta go. I don't want to see you. I don't want to meet you.
But I miss you. I wanted to meet you.
You need to go. I'm there panicking, right? Because I got my boyfriend there and then I got my ex-boyfriend here and I'm like, what the hell is happening? And I'm like, you gotta go. You gotta go now. Like, I slammed the door. My kitchen window was unlocked. So he opens the kitchen window and he goes, who's there? So now, if you guys don't know, my kitchen window is opposite the door to my bedroom. So you can see straight through to my bedroom. And if you check at the right angle, you can probably see my bed, probably just about. Who's in my bed? My boyfriend. And I don't want them to meet eyes and I don't want things to pop off and them to start fighting each other or just to make it really awkward. And I'm like, oh my God, what do I do?
Nobody's there. Let me come in.
You need to go now. So at some point he gets up and he's like,
Corny, you okay?
Yeah, just stay there.
You blocked me. Why did you block me? You need to unblock me.
I'll unblock you, but you need to go now.
Unblock me now.
You unblocked, go. He went. And I was like, oh my God. And I check that he's gone and I lock that window and I'm like, what the hell? So I go and speak to my boyfriend. So my ex-boyfriend came to my apartment and I don't know why. When I say the bag of worms that opened. We're there about to break up. We're breaking up today. And then my ex-boyfriend comes back from the freaking dead today, unannounced. And he starts getting suspicious of me. Even though I haven't seen this man, I haven't been in communication with this man. So he's like,
why would he come? Have you messaged him? Have you texted him? Why did he come here? Your ex-boyfriend.
I don't know why he came here. He's crazy.
Is this why you're breaking up with me? Because you're getting back with your ex?
I don't blame him for this thinking because the timing is so off, guys. The timing is so unfortunate and I was like, oh my God, I've got a headache. What am I gonna say? Like, what am I gonna do? I'm literally being as genuine and as real as possible, trying to explain to him the whole story that I've explained to you about my ex and about how crazy he is and how many issues he has and how he's got no respect for boundaries and no respect for my safety, and he was intimidating to me like one of us would have ended up dead kind of thing. And he doesn't care. He'll do what he wants. He'll pop up. And I think he finally understood how stressed and scared I was and like worried. And I'm like there trying to convince him and he saw my frustration. Because at first he didn't like really believe me, and he was like questioning things like, why did he come? Are you still in contact with him? Why would he think it's okay? Like, is this why you're breaking up with me? Because really you want to get back with your ex? I was like, if I wanted to get back with my ex, I would have told you so. It was a mess. So it just completely ruined like our final goodbyes and like breaking up smoothly. But he finally understood where I was coming from, and he said, I'm just worried for you. Are you gonna be okay? Are you gonna be okay? And I'm like, I think so. I don't think he'll actually like attack me, and I'm not ever gonna let him in. Like, if I see his face in the monitor, or if I don't see the face in the monitor, I'm never letting anyone in again. Or even
He's like, yeah, you need to be careful. I'm gonna miss you.
And I'm like, I'm gonna miss you too. And then we finally like cried again and said goodbye, and he messaged me and he's like, thank you so much for everything. You're such a wonderful person. Like, you're my angel, and I love you so much, and I'm really, really sad. I'm really sad. And I was sad too. And the fact that I still cry, even though it was ages ago now, it's like early last year. So even though I was still like, was I heartbroken? I just felt really bad and really sad to let him go. He was very, very sweet, and like even just watching him, we went to the island. Remember Sarashima? Is that what it's called? The island. And there it was a lovely day, and I remember watching him on the beach. We were waiting for the boat, right? And I could see that he was getting like fidgety and a bit bored. He's kind of like childish, but in a cute way. And I was like, are you getting bored?
A little.
Like, well, why don't you go to the beach? And there's these two little kids playing on the beach, having fun. And then you've got him on the opposite side playing on the beach. He's there like, when you skim stones across the water, like skipping stones. And he's there like digging little holes with a stick and stuff. He's there literally playing on the beach. And it's just funny, like the childlike like innocence in him. You see the kids playing, and then you see him playing, and it's like, this boy is so, he's cute, he's childlike. And that's probably, maybe that's something that I saw, that he wasn't ready to kind of grow up. Teddy bears and the cuteness and the little dolls and Sanrio and stuff like that. Every time I'd see a teddy bear or like cute things and like Sanrio stuff, I'd think of him. And like his character was very distinct, and the things that he enjoyed and liked was very distinct. He was very healthy. He made me want to do better with my health too, which is great. That's someone I like appreciate. And his attitude and his mannerisms is very much like a little, kind of like a little baby, like a little child. And I think maybe that's what I saw. I needed someone that was a bit more grown, but his love was very innocent, and I think that's what I loved about him. He's very expressive, which I don't fault him for, and he was right to be so expressive in that moment with my ex, my toxic ex, because, you know, why the hell is he popping up? I'd be upset if some girl randomly popped up at his, and I'm like, who the fuck is she? Exactly the same. So I get it, but I just wanted to give you guys some context.
Every time I pass your station, I'm gonna think of you.
When I went on Bumble a couple of months later, and I saw his profile pop up, and I didn't even have the heart to swipe like on anything to react, because I didn't want to reject him, because I'd already rejected him. Oh, that's fucked up, man. I don't know, I just felt really bad. You shouldn't have put this in his profile, but two pictures he had, and they were both of his exes, the foreigner before me, and I could tell it was our picture because I've got the same photo, and he blurred my face out. And he even put in his bio, I've dated 2 foreigners and both were very wonderful. I hope to have that kind of love again. And I'm like, this guy, you should not put that in your bio. Boys, do not put anything relating to your exes in your bio. But it was very sweet, and I saw that and I was like, and I kept it. I kept a screenshot because I found it really cute. But I haven't reached out to him because I don't want to do that to him. I don't want to like play with his emotions. But there have been times where I've definitely missed him, I'm not gonna lie. But he deserves somebody that can accept him for the position that he's in and the job that he's in, and he deserves to be like, continue being happy and not feel like he's not good enough. So I let him go. But anyway, I've been single since then. And I went to New York. I had a good time, a fun time. While I was in New York, I got a freaking text on Instagram. And it said, hi, nice to meet you. I'm gonna call my toxic ex Ricky, and I'm gonna call the girl Rose. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Rose, Ricky's wife. Bitch, Ricky's wife? My toxic ex had a wife this whole time. I'm not even angry. I'm not even mad. I'm like, what the fuck? How did he get a woman to marry him? Was he treating her well? I've got so many questions. The man managed to get married in the state that he's in? Or was he that he just treats everybody else shit except for his wife. But now clearly he treats his wife like shit too, because he's been cheating on her the whole time with other people.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Rose, Ricky's wife. First, I'm not mad at you at all. I just want to make sure what he did. And I realised everything last night because I checked his phone. So I almost know everything, but he didn't want to talk to me specifically. I totally understand you feel so awkward and uncomfortable. I'm so sorry. If it's possible, I want to talk to you on the phone. I don't want to be rude to you, and I promise that I won't send you a message or call again if we can talk. I'm sorry for causing you all that trouble.
Oh my god. Firstly, how well spoken is she? She's supposed to be Japanese, right? She got a Japanese name. Obviously her real name is not Rose and his real name is not Ricky. I'm in New York during all this and I'm like, what the f now? This boy is like freaking, he just keeps returning from the dead. Like, go, leave my life forever. Hello, sorry, did you say you are Ricky's wife? I am not in a relationship with him now. I didn't know he had a wife. I am shocked. How did you find me? Sorry, I have a lot of questions too, but I can't talk on the phone yet. I'm out of the country. You are not causing any trouble at all.
Hi. Thank you so much for replying me. I really appreciate you. I've been with him since 2022 August, and he proposed me 2023 June and lived together in Yokohama since 2024 July.
We have definitely crossed over last year, 2023. Not last year, the year before, 2023. Crazy.
A couple months ago, you called him on Instagram and I picked up, but I didn't say anything to you. I just asked him, who is she? And then he got really mad at me because I picked up phone without asking him, and he said she is my working friend.
Oh, by the way, context guys, the only reason I called him was because I wanted to see if he had a picture of me crying, that he keeps my pictures, remember I said, in a folder. So I asked him if he had a crying face of me and told him to show me, and he did send one, but it wasn't the one I wanted. I didn't tell him it was for the video, but like, yeah, if you know, if a man's gonna be rude to me, mean to me, upset me, I'm gonna monetize it and make money out of it, you better believe. So anyways, I blocked him after that. She saw that call and that's what it was, guys. I was not trying to get in contact to rekindle any crazy toxic flame, no thank you.
And in this September, I checked his phone for the first time and he talked to a lot of foreigner girls, and one of them, he went to a hotel with her, but she is transgender, and actually him... I'm sorry. So he couldn't have sex with her and he just paid 20,000 yen to her, and I saw their text. He said, pay me back or something.
So he was upset basically that he got catfished by a transgender woman, and he's like, I can't sleep with you, I'm gonna pay you, but actually no, I want my money back. Bitch, you paid for the service.
And I saw their text. He said, pay me back or something, and I really mad at him, but I forgave him because he couldn't have sex and he paid her. But this time I checked his phone, I found your text, and I read some, not all text though, because he deleted, and I remember you. Everything is his fault, he is asshole. I'm so sorry, you must be so shocked. And you paid everything for him, right? I'm so sorry. Correct. I'm too embarrassed that he made you pay for everything. I feel miserable. I'm so sorry, but I really want to know everything, so I hope you answer my questions. How did you meet him? How many times you had sex with him?
Shall I tell you something, guys? I actually did reply to this girl initially. And I said, wow, I'm so sorry to hear that. I am sorry that he has been bad to you. He's supposed to be your husband. We met on Hello Talk, a foreign exchange app. We met in person a few days later. I think it was June 2023 or July 2023. I can't remember because I don't have my chat history on here. This is a new phone. But maybe a week later, we got into a relationship. We had many times. He would randomly ask on weekday nights to come see me. Sometimes on weekends, we spend the day together or meet in the afternoon. He wasn't very romantic, but he always wanted to come see me at my apartment. I never checked his phone, but I remember one time we were talking about porn and videos. He showed me videos of an older Japanese woman that he had sex with. I didn't care, but I hope he didn't record you too. He tried to record me once. Actually, by accident, I saw your name come up once. The message was, good night, heart. At the time, the relationship was new. I got curious and tried to contact a girl with your name. It was the wrong girl. Saw a girl pop up and her name was Rose too. And I was like, oh, who's Rose and why is she sending you love hearts? Like, who the hell is this? So I did a bit of detective work. The detective was wrong this time. The detective is usually right, guys. If a man takes me into that energy, it's a wrap. After that, I didn't see his phone or talk about it. I just thought he was talking to other girls. He never let me add him on Instagram and deleted 3 or 4 pictures when I asked to see his Instagram profile. I thought he was hiding a girlfriend or something from me, but not a wife. He tried to ask me to buy things for him, but I didn't because he's cheap and I didn't trust him. I broke up with him many times, but he kept telling me sad stories and saying he loved me. I'm surprised he managed to get a wife. Is he nice to you? Is he loving and generous and kind to you? I am so sorry. I think he's been meeting people on Hello Talk. Be careful. He's shown me videos of random Japanese women he had sex with before. I'm not a sex worker. Honestly, I don't want to relive any memory of him. He is a bad person and caused a lot of trauma. He told me he was single. He told me he wanted to marry me. I didn't believe him. He's a shit human being. I hope you escape quickly. I can't say much more than this. So my friend Ariana, she knows the context of this story while it was all happening, and so I sent her this and like, what the hell, look at this, he's had a wife this whole time, like he was with someone. What a cheat, what a loser. Like I knew I hate him, but like I sent her this. She said, do not reply. Guys, remember, if you've watched my reel, right, about dating, shocking things about marriages in Japan or dating in Japan, have you seen my reel? Have you seen my shorts? I even said to you guys, if you see a married person, if you date a married person, you can get sued as the third person. That person who's the cheater, the adulterer, can also get sued, but so can you, even if you didn't know. And I didn't know, but I'm still, if I admit or show any evidence of knowing, if I admit to having sexual relations with that person, the cheater, adulterer, then I can get sued too. And I was like, oh my god, bitch, I've almost got caught out. Like, so now I'm torn and I'm like, I wanted to help her. I wanted to give her that closure because she seemed very distraught, and I can imagine, like, we've all been there before. Like, if you've been cheated on or you want answers, you're like losing your mind and you're just like, somebody tell me the truth. He's not telling me the truth, so I need to hear the truth from you. Like, what's happening? Fill me in, what's been going on? And to be honest, it doesn't really matter what answer that person tells you. You're still gonna be pissed, and you may even get more angry and more upset. But I guess it's just point the finger and be mad, like, here's the evidence, you liar. But from the moment you feel it, it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? That's when you should know to leave. Quickly delete it before she saw everything, because I don't know her motives. I don't know her. She seems very distraught and sweet. I don't know her, and I can't trust that she will keep that information to herself. She could turn around and try and sue me, even though I didn't know and had no clue, because she's got the evidence there of the texts and the messages. Like, I'm in the public eye, so I could get in trouble for that, you know what I mean? Like, the evidence is there, she could sue me. And I've even heard before in Japan that couples have purposely cheated on each other to try and scam people. So like, it's a team effort. And for the kind of character that he is, I could totally see him doing that. I could see him getting a wife that's as equal and bad as him, and then pairing up like freaking Bonnie and Clyde and trying to screw over stupid foreigners that don't know any better about, like, how the rules, the bent up, twist up rules in Japan go when it comes to adultery. Like, deny. Thank you, Ariana. Thank you. You saved me. You reminded me of the rule. I totally forgot because I was so in the moment. And I'm in New York, experiencing, having fun. But thank God she helped me, because I could have been some hot water. So guys, if you found out that someone's a cheater and been cheating with you on that other person, the married person, the partner, don't admit it, deny, because you will get sued. Don't deny. So I replied back to her, I'm so sorry to hear this. He said he wasn't married or even had a girlfriend. He didn't have a ring on. I can't really talk properly, but I'm sure he was talking to other foreigners, not being honest and telling other foreigners he's single and probably sleeping with them. I am not involved with him now. I wish you luck and happiness.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to get divorced. And if you answer my questions, then you can block me. I'm from Hokkaido, let's say Hokkaido, she's not from Hokkaido. So I have no family or friends here in Yokohama. I can't tell them because it's too embarrassing. This makes me crazy. I'm sure you are a very nice person and I believe you, so please answer my questions. How did you meet him? He said that I have met her once. Is that the truth? How many times he had sex with you? He said that I paid money for her because we had a big fight. Did he pay for you? How much? What the fuck?
So I'm like, I think he's been meeting people on Hello Talk. So I didn't say I said other people. See what I'm saying? I'm trying to hint to this girl because I'm like, I'm not incriminating myself, but I'm dropping you hints, girl. Take the hint. Just divorce him. You don't need evidence. Run. But I'm like, I think he's been meeting people on Hello Talk. Be careful. He's shown me videos of random Japanese women he had sex with before. I'm not a sex worker and never have been paid to have sex. Honestly, I don't want to relive any memory of him. He is a bad person and caused a lot of trauma. He told me he was single. He told me he wanted to marry me. I didn't believe him. He is a shit human being. I hope you can escape quickly. I can't say much more than that. I just wish you the best. So I took from my original thing and like omitted a lot, but sent like my best wishes for her and the hints. I'm trying to drop hints like, girl, leave the man. He's a cheater. Yes. Now she's pushing. She's like,
wait, so you haven't had sex with him? This is last question. Now he said that we had just talked and had some coffee.
So he's trying to lie because I'm not giving her evidence, which is a shame because I got to protect myself because I don't know the true motives of these people, and clearly I didn't know him at all, clearly. But now he's trying to play it off like there wasn't something between us when there definitely was. We were in a relationship. I said to her, don't believe him, and I left it at that. And I was like, look, for legal reasons, this story is not a true story. It's very hypothetical and I am lying to you. And no texts were exchanged and no stories were told relating to this toxic relationship. Guys, okay, so the message for this video is if you don't match in what you desire and your core values, then don't lead them on, don't string them on, don't even let a relationship begin because it's going to be a waste of time for you and for them. Let them go, set them free. And the biggest one is protect yourself. Men are liars, okay? Especially in Japan, people cheat all the damn time. And if they get caught or you get caught, whether you knew or not, if they're vindictive, if they're angry and they want to, they can sue you. So, I was back on Bumble. I'm off it again now, shit. But like I spoke to this guy and he said, oh, can I have a picture of you? And I'm like, there's already pictures on Bumble, why do you want more? And he's like, I just want to see like how you are. And I'm like, what, you want to see my body? Let me ask you this. I said, are you single? Do you have a girlfriend? Do you have children? Are you divorced? Or do you have a secret wife? This boy turns around and says, I have a secret wife. Bye! Block. What are we doing here? If you want to cheat, don't be in the relationship. Why stick with somebody if you're willing to put your penis in somebody else? Fix your relationship or get out of it. Logic. People care too much about shame, about appearance. When your life is shit and it's falling apart behind the scenes and your marriage is shit and boring and you're unhappy and the only thing, like the reason why you stay is because of the kids or because of financial dependence, do you not want to be happy? Women do more or less become the mother. We take care of your asses, man. Deny it. And that's why they don't want to leave. They want to have their cake and eat it too because they're comfortable, because they know that a woman is a nurturer, a carer, and we're going to take care of them. Obviously, I'm in my feelings right now because this is the situation. I know it happens the other way around, men. I know it happens, okay? And it ain't right. It's very calculated when a woman cheats. When a man cheats, it's with the dick and it's stupid and it's reckless. They don't give a crap. They're like, oh, let me just do it. But a woman's like, you know what? If I just do this and shift this over here, he'll never freaking know. Girl, I know women that have cheated, but their husband would never know. Never know. It's crazy. The men always get caught, but the women never do. It's crazy, guys. So I'm not saying that only men cheat, but I will say from the ratio that I've come across, men are definitely winning. Debate in the comments. I've released all the shit. I want people pulling each other's hair. No, I don't. Keep it peaceful. Keep it loving. Keep it open and respectful. People are shit, whether female, male, whatever, non-binary, whatever. Okay, we all go through shit. This is my shit. Hope you enjoyed this shit. Don't do this shit, okay? Be careful of your shit because somebody else might be bringing more shit into your shit and you gotta get out that shit, okay, before it becomes more shit. You get what I'm saying? Shit. Let me know if you've been through something similar or something crazy as well. I do this for you. I do this for you. Stay alert. Love you guys. And I'll see you next time.